This video is a walkthrough of Lesson 5, Assignment 2. In Lesson 5, Assignment 1, you shot new images, imported them into Lightroom with the Creator Copyright preset, keyworded the images, flagged the top 4 images, and gave 5 stars to the top image, took a screenshot of that library and import process, and created a contact sheet complete with metadata. For assignment 2, you have quite a bit more flexibility and decision making to do than you have in past assignments. I'd like you to think about all of the different various tools you've learned about in the Develop module and choose your 6 top images to make adjustments to. You will be making your own decisions. They don't have to be from any specific area of the Develop module. You can use the basic tools, more advanced tools, black and white, sepia if you like, any of the tools we've used in the Develop module in Lightroom. Go ahead and use those to make your adjustments. You'll then need to take a screenshot of the before and after view of each. Ensure that the history is visible as much as can be, and also the relevant adjustment panels. Again, as much as you can. I know sometimes it's not possible to show each of the panels where adjustments were made. Just do your best. The next part of the assignment asks you to export 2 of the edited 6 images as JPEGs at their original size with all metadata included. So go ahead and select 2 of the images, and you can either go to the top menu and choose File, Export, or simply Export at the bottom of the left panel in Library. So I'm going to choose Export to a specific folder. I'm going to go ahead and choose the folder. I've already made a Lesson 5 Assignment 2 folder. I don't need to put it in a subfolder. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down. I'm not going to change the file name. I'm just going to leave the original file names. These aren't videos, so I'm not concerned with that panel here. As far as the file settings and image sizing and metadata, that's where I want to be most concerned. I'm going to ensure that this is JPEG. I'm going to go ahead and keep quality at 100. I'll choose sRGB color space. I do not want to limit the file size, so if by any chance that's checked, go ahead and uncheck it. Image sizing, I do not, in this case, want to resize to fit. And then in metadata, I'm going to include all metadata. Okay. Next, I'm going to click on Export. Lightroom tells me the status. It might take a few moments. Okay, so here are the 2 files I just exported in the Lesson 5 Assignment 2 folder I created. And I'm viewing this in Bridge, where incidentally I can also view the metadata. So if I select this particular image, I see exactly the camera settings and so forth, the pixel size, 3456 by 5184, which is the original shooting size. If I scroll down more, I can see more information here, creator, metadata, any keywords that might be there, way down here, a lot of the camera settings, the actual camera, any adjustments that were made, it's all showing up there in the metadata. Same for this image. Next, you're asked to export 2 additional images more appropriate for web sizing. So I went ahead and selected 2 images. I'm going to go ahead and choose File. I'm not going to choose Export with Previous because that would keep all of the previous settings. Even though it's going to the same folder and destination essentially, I will need to change the settings here. So I'll just choose Export. It's already going to the particular folder I want it to. I'm not going to worry about file naming or video. As far as file settings, I do want JPEG. I can go ahead and leave the quality high. Here for image sizing, I am going to check resize to fit, long edge, and 1000 pixels. That means depending on whether it's a portrait or landscape oriented image, it will either be 1000 pixels tall or 1000 pixels wide. Okay. For metadata, rather than all metadata, I'm going to choose copyright only. Okay. As far as watermark, I will ask that you add a watermark for export here. Whether you choose to watermark your images, for example, that you post on social media or the web, is going to be up to you. But just, I would like everyone to know how to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and click on watermark. Perhaps you have one created, perhaps not. If not, you can just go ahead and choose Edit Watermark from the drop-down. That will bring up this dialog box, and you can choose a particular font. I'm using Courier here. You can change the position and size. For the text options, whether it's 100% opaque or not. You can make the size smaller or larger as you see fit. You can move it side to side and so forth, up or down. Try to keep this somewhat discreet rather than covering a whole image, for example, and making it unusable, if you will. You also have the option, if you have a logo file you've created or so forth, to upload a graphic watermark. I'm not doing that in this case. I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. I'll call it FE Courier after the font choice. So I've changed all of the settings I wish to. I'm going to go ahead and click on Export. It'll take a few moments to export those files. It looks like one has exported. Here in Bridge, I can see that the long edge is indeed 1000 pixels, just as I had wanted. The camera settings are no longer there. That metadata has been removed. I see the copyright information, which is what I wanted. And it's very faint here, it's difficult to see, but I do see that watermark there. And this was the other 1000 pixel long edge image. I didn't pay that close attention. There is the little copyright symbol that's somewhat off the page, so I should have paid more attention to that before moving it either way. And again, the only metadata that this image shows is the copyright information. None of the camera settings or anything of that sort. Once you have all of these files, there will be 6 before and after screenshots and then 4 JPEGs. 2 will be at full size with metadata, and 2 will be 1000 pixels long edge with only limited metadata and a watermark. You will just go ahead and combine those into a zipped folder and post to the classroom. Thank you very much.